Hey Werner, it's Albert here with ClickFunnels Support. So welcome aboard to ClickFunnels. So we'll go over this. All right. So it looks like you have a lot of this set up already. So I went through, I checked your page email integration. It looks like I think it was Aweber you had set up. So you got this set up. That looks good to go. Let me see here. Some button. You got. Oh, you just got some text here. Okay. If you wanted to actually put a button here, I didn't realize this was just some put the paragraph elements there. If you wanted to get a button here, you can always come here. So if you so there's two places you can go here. When you see the orange, you can hit the plus sign there, or you can go to elements. So all the orange are elements. All right. So you can go up here and you go to add element, and that will bring this side menu up here, and then you go up here. Now, anything I do right now in this video, I'm not gonna save it, so it will not change anything. As soon as I click out of your page, it'll go right back to how you see it here. Okay. So if you wanted to put a button there, you could place that, and then your button's going to be whenever you want a button to be set up on a page for an opt-in, or click here to see video. You would just set it up like this. There you go, and then it's going to be submit on form. So by design, each funnel, as you go through and set up the action steps like this. So if I was to have this on a live page and I click this, this would submit and go directly to the next page. But in order for this to work, so typically how pages are set up, like especially a landing page, is there's an opt-in. So at least if you had this, all right, and then if you also had an input, an email, right? So that would go, it would typically look like right there, right? And you can see this needs to be set up. So you would come in here and then you would actually set this up just like that. Okay, so the two things in order for a page to submit data, like saving a contact to your funnel, this starts the whole process of your funnel. Is your email needs to be set just like this. And the input element here that I just placed needs to be placed an email, and then the button needs to be set on submit. Okay, so those are the two components that allow the data. So as soon as someone comes in from a Facebook ad or some form of ad, and they come and land on your page, and this is the first page they see, you automatically you're going to grab their email if that's what you want to do. That's typically how the funnels work. You get an email capture, they click submit. For whatever offer you're giving them, they're going to click submit, grab their video. So they give your email, they click submit because they want the video. That's going to take them to the next step automatically. All right, with this setup. All right, let me see here. Just trying to see if you have any code or anything special in here. All right, another thing, if for some reason you wanted to have a pop-up, you could set your pop-up here. Okay, now in your settings in your pop-up here, right here, this is the important thing right there. Trigger on exit or don't show on exit. So if you have this set, and then you're on a live version of this page, now I'm not going to save it. You have to be on a live page for it to work. But if you have this set, show when user goes to trigger on exit. So if this was not there, as soon as I went to go exit the page, this would drop down, right? You could do that for for an opt-in. Some people do that. It just depends on what you're doing. I just wanted to show you that there. All right. One thing I did notice, if we go to your domains here, so if you go to how to get back here, I'm sure you know, but just so you're familiar, you go to account settings. It's going to bring you to this page here. All right. You go to your domains. Then you click on your domain. It's awesome. Great job there. You got your secured icon. You got the padlock, so you're all good to go. So that means your domain is set. The one thing you don't have set up here is your default page. So this is what dictates where your domain. So if I was to grab your domain right now, copy and paste it, it does not have a home page set, right? So if I was to copy and paste it and open it up, it would, while you were logged in to your ClickFunnels account, it would bring you right back to your dashboard, all right, to your homepage dashboard. Now, if you were not logged in, it would just throw an error page, okay? So it would have a ClickFunnels error page. All right, so what you would do is come in here and select your page, select the home page. If this is your, obviously this is your only funnel, you would actually, if this is your home page here, you would click that, hit save, all right? And then the same thing here with your error page. We recommend to choose the same selection as your default page, all right? And then you would save both of those, okay? Let's see, what else can I go over? Now, considering you have your Aweber here, you're likely going to be using an email campaign set up that way. So you'd be setting up your email campaign through Aweber and launching it from there. So if you are interested at any point in additional email sequences while you're in your funnel here, so say you have an opt-in and they get kicked off to Aweber, right? You have that list. And then also, say when you opt in here, you want to invite them to something else. You know, maybe they get a download in the initial email from Aweber, and then maybe they get a secondary email from here. If you want to set up automation, you can do that. You can also do that in Aweber. Now, say they get a download in Aweber, and you want to come in here to trigger an email. You would also have to set up your SMTP here, but here I can show you real quick what that looks like. Let me show you a funnel real quick. All right, so if you're in an automation, say for whatever reason you want to send out, that download goes to Aweber, right? Or they get their download through the Aweber email. And if for some reason at the same time, once that triggers, you want to set off an automation to maybe trigger an hour later after that occurs to invite them to another part of your funnel, a secondary product, another funnel, whatever you want, you can do that here. You can create an automation, all right? And then you would edit that, and then you could, set this all up here, all right? And then here is where you would actually create that delay. You can do it a day later, you can do it a couple hours later, as I suggested there. All right, so I just wanted to bring that up so you have some options explained to you. All right, one thing you should know too is, so the way order forms work, so PayPal does not work with our template two-step order forms, okay? But they will work with an order form like this. So let me show you here. There's a difference. So here, this order form has individual elements, okay? Right, so basically you can design this yourself, right, if you wanted to, or just choose one of these templates. So this will work fine with PayPal or Stripe. Now a two-step order form, I would have to show you in a template, works well with only with Stripe. Okay. One thing to note, when you have an order form, you have your products here. You would have to add your products here in your funnel. All right, it's going to look like this. You're going to click on that to add your products, and then you would add product. You would click this button and go through the process. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, say you wanted to have everybody that bought your product sent to an email list, most people intuitively want to set it up here on this page. All right, they would automatically assume it would go here. All right, now that would not be the case, because if you chose this selection here, that would interfere with your order form trying to process, and it would break. It wouldn't work. All right. So if you wanted to add, so say, they get their email here, right? They fill all this out. That information is going to save to contacts. But if you wanted them to be added to an actual list, the place to do it with a product would actually be in your products area. You would actually go create a product, all right, and choose your selection, either Stripe or PayPal, all right. You would set up your product one time, payment plan, subscription, whatever you want to set up here. You could even use as long as you have the internal SMTP, which is not an autoresponder, you can use this. So every time they purchase, they get an email kicked off to them here. All right, so that's another option. But back to adding them to the list. Say if you're using Aweber or whatever you're going to be using, right? So if I select Aweber here, so that's one of my options, I now have the option to add them. This is actually a setup form here, right? So it'll set them up to fill out a form. So if I'm using, say, I just don't have that set up in Aweber right now. So if I wanted, you see you have the option here to add them to a list. I have that option here now, right? So I made my selection. We're using Active Campaign, another autoresponder, right? I don't have any lists in that one right now. Let me see if I have one here. There we go. All right, so I can add the list, and then I go through the list. These are the lists that are actually in Active Campaign right now, right? So over the API key, it reads it, and it communicating, and I get the full list over there, and I could select whatever list I want. So when they purchase, it will get, those who purchase will actually get sent over to the list there. All right, so this video is pretty long already, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. If you have any more questions, please go ahead and feel free to ask, okay?